Hi there, everybody. Welcome to this lesson. It's going to be a very special one for me. I've been looking forward to do this for quite some time. As a history teacher, this is something that is close to my heart, and I look forward to explain to you in this lesson the history and the culture of Dannebrog, the Danish flag. So Dannebrog is the name of the flag, similar to the Stars and Stripes or Union Jack that we know. So bear that in mind as we go forward. And it's going to be just me talking about the history of the flag and giving some cultural hints and how it's used so that you can better navigate when you see Danish flags all over the place and you are wondering why are the Danes using their flag so much. Along the way, we're going to stop by some new vocabulary and, of course, learn all about the history and culture of the Danish flag. So, it's called Dannebrog, as I just mentioned. It means something similar to the cloth of the Danes. And actually, it's the oldest official flag being used still from 1219. So 1219. Very, very old flag. So how do we know that it's from there? It is because there is a myth about the Battle of Dannebrog. So back in 1219, the Pope has declared that many of the Western European countries should go on crusades to battle the heathens. So in this time, there were no Vikings left in Denmark, really. It was already Christianized, and the Danish king Valdemar took over a crusade towards the Baltic states. And the Lundanis is actually where Tallinn is today. So this is why Tallinn is there in parentheses. So in this battle against the Estonian or Baltic heathens, the Danes were almost losing the battle all the time. The pagans were pouring in and the Danes were fighting, and they kept losing until the bishop, Sune, he's called, Sune of Lund, he put his hands up to the sky, and then the heathens were pushed back. So like a god was helping the Danes or something. But he was so tired, he took his hands down again. And then the pagans again ran in and fought back the Danes easily. Then he put up his hands, and again the Danes took courage and they fought back. And towards the end of the battle, the Danish flag fell down from the sky over Lundanis in Tallinn, and it gave the Danish soldiers back then so much courage that they defeated the Estonian pagans at Lundanis. And that's how the Danes first saw this flag. It fell down, and King Valdemar II, or we also call him Valdemar the Victorious, because he expanded the Danish kingdom quite a lot and did a lot of successful crusades back then. He saw this as a sign of God, in combination with the bishop raising his hands up and then the flag coming down. And he decided this is going to be now the national flag of the Kingdom of Denmark at the time. And that's how the story of Dannebrog took place. You can Google or check Wikipedia for more details if you're more interested. This is like a very quick rundown. So since 1219, the Danish flag has been used in Denmark as the official emblem of the country. And actually, as a matter of fact, if you go to Estonia and you look at their lesser coat of arms, you'll see that it's also the Danish Dannebrog that they have. So there are still some leftovers if you go to Tallinn and check, because this battle was also part of making Tallinn Christian back then. It was part of they had many pagans in the beginning of the Middle Ages. So still a lot of history to uncover now. So this is a history. How about the Danish flag in everyday life? So for Danes, the flag is very important. It's part of many family traditions. You'll see here in the picture, there's a birthday. You have small flags in the cake. There's usually a flag being hoisted if somebody has a birthday. And people are swinging around the flags everywhere. If somebody has a birthday or if you're celebrating something. Also, if somebody has an anniversary, you would see the flag coming out. And what you see if you fly to Copenhagen airport, you will often see people waiting there also with waving flags, or even at the train stations. And this is something that I have not seen many other countries do this. Like there's a very clear, important symbolism for Danes of unity with their flag, and that's why it's being used in so many occasions. Now I live in Germany at the moment, and here it's quite different. It's almost seen as a negative if you want to use the German flag. In Denmark, we celebrate our flag, and yeah, you now know that it's quite common for Danes to celebrate the flag quite a lot. So, and when you drive through the West Coast, or if you drive through any kind of place, you'll probably see a lot of flagpoles with the Dannebrog raised high, and this is also part of a tradition. Usually you go out in the morning, you hoist it, and then you take it down before sunset. Very important. You cannot put the flag up when it's dark outside, and you need to fold it properly, and you cannot let it touch the ground, of course. Very important. And what you will also see and encounter is that sometimes you'll see the streets full of flagpoles with Danish flags on specific points of the year. Also the buses will have Danish flags on top of them. And this is usually for national holidays, such as when our constitution was created on the 5th of June, I believe it is. And then for royal birthdays, particularly the king and queen, then you'll also see flags hoisted everywhere. So that's one very important thing. And I would say, with this short overview, we can conclude Dannebrog is more than a flag. It's kind of a symbol of unity for Danes, and celebrated all over the country. It's something that combines the people, or it makes them stand together as a nation. And I think it has a certain beauty to it. That is also the oldest flag in the world, that it has been, let's say, part of a society for that long, and people are gathering under it. It's quite beautiful. And I think it will continue to be like that, that every birthday will be celebrated with flags in the cake, and every football match, the Danish flag will be waved. And that is actually it for this lesson about the Danish flag. I hope you learned something new, and I hope it was interesting for you. And even though we didn't have that much vocabulary in this lesson, as I mentioned earlier, culture is also a very deep part of language learning. So if you know more cultural stuff about Denmark and how Danes react and why they do different things, then it will also make your language learning journey easier at the end of the day. So thank you very much for listening in here. Let me know if you have anything that you want to expand upon, or if you have any fun facts about your flag that I should know about. Otherwise, please like and please subscribe the video. Again, we're almost at 100 subscribers, so that would be amazing if you could crack that. Otherwise, vi ses. Ha' det godt. Hej hej.